Do you remember how we met?
Hey, two lifetimes ago.
We've been together for a very, very long time.
We met in school.
Abby?
Music was what basically brought us together. We got talking, found that we had a lot in common, and one thing led to another, and here we are today.
3 children later.
3 children later. Everything I touch must turn to gold. See the children as I grow. Hey.
The way we started is an alternative way to start. Even when you have a talent for something, it doesn't mean that just because that thing hasn't quite worked out yet, you cannot do other things. But music was not the way it is today. A lot of people still don't understand that there's a big difference in the way music is 2016 and even just 1988, just there. Then everything was more or less analog and there were not that many record companies.
Music, I don't even have to think about it. It's musical. I don't know how these people do it though. All that, the lights and all the takes and all the sweating, it's not easy. That thing is hard work. I have to commend them, actors and actresses. It's hard work.
It's hard work. I did about 6 or 7 movies when I first started. A lot of people probably don't know. I did Omen of Love. I did Daybreak. I did Goodbye Tomorrow. I did The Gardener. I think The Gardener, a lot of people still remember that one. And I did 1 or 2 other films. But what really let me stay more in music was because as a musician, you are more in control of what you do. Go to my studio, my guys are there, we rehearse. Music is a passion. Everybody in there, in the studio when we rehearse, they love music. So you do your rehearsals, you're ready for the show. You plan everything by yourself. Everything is within your own power to control to a certain extent. I mean, we leave the rest for God. But to a certain extent, you can control your career a lot better. The truth is this. From the very, very beginning, my wife was never materialistic. She didn't really care whether I had money or not. The love was genuine and it was real. But in the back of her mind, she always I don't think she knows she put a little bit of pressure or ginger in me because her expectations of me, if my own expectation of myself is here, her own expectation of me is somewhere like this. So when you marry that kind of woman who encourages you without putting pressure on you, because there's a big difference. So some people are married to women who challenge them every day, abuse them. Is this what your mates are giving people? Is this thank you, 5,000 naira for what? Is this what your mates are giving people? Look at him, shameless man. To buy and see, you come and say you want to eat. Is this what you give me? I will cook. So there's a big difference between when a woman encourages you and when she puts pressure on you. I think I had the best, and I was always able to just say, okay, fine, this woman believes in me, I must not disappoint. That is one of the major reasons why we are successful today. I think so.
First of all, like it said, a seed that is not properly planted will not germinate well. So first of all, we have to start from the roots. What is your reason in the first place for being together? Why did you agree to marry this person? What is it? Because they told you were getting too old? Is it because the girl got pregnant and you had to do the rightful thing, the needful? Or is it that you genuinely love this person? Or is it that you could not imagine your life without that person? Or is it because you just knew that You just did it because the person had done you a favor and you were grateful, and you felt that the only way to pay back was to agree to marry that person. So these are the things first and it's very, very important. If the foundation is not right, then there will definitely be problems along the way. And for me, I think it all really starts from there. If you marry someone for the right reason, you will do whatever it takes to keep that marriage, in the sense that if there's a problem, you don't just say, oh gosh, I didn't sign up for this, I'm not going to take this, I'm out. You will work on it, you will sit down, you will communicate, you will discuss, because you will remember that there's a reason you married this person, and you think of all those good qualities that made you marry that person, and you focus on those good qualities. But then inevitably marriages do break up a lot of the time these days, because in the first place the foundation was never really solid, and that's why it's easy to break away. You maybe you married the person because it felt good to, or the person was the person that everybody wanted, and you felt lucky that this person picked you, and so everybody envies you. And then at the end of the day, it turns out that the person is some kind of jerk, or the lady is not she's not respectful, or she's not submissive. I don't know. You just start to find out things that make you realize they're really not compatible. You really don't love each other. It was just for all the razzmatazz, or because you felt obliged at that time to marry that person. Then when you now enter into it, the foundation is good, you now enter into it, you gotta put God. If you don't fear God, there's nothing you will do and undo. If you don't fear God, you have to fear God. Put God first. Like they said, family that prays together stays together. It's very true. Always consider God. What is that? Before you do this, it's true. You have to put God first. If you fear God, I think you retrace your steps when you want to do certain things, and then you have to communicate. There has to be mutual respect, and the love just has to be there. I think all these things combine, not necessarily in that order, but I think God comes first. I know God comes first. All these things combine, it will help to sustain a union. There is no union without ups and downs. We are fought. We have fought. We've done it. We've been there. It happens because we're different. Everybody has their own individual, hopes, dreams, aspirations, likes, needs, wants, etc., and so does the other person. And you're coming from two totally different backgrounds. You're torn in any way. You're not related or anything like that. You're coming together, and you say you want to spend the rest of your lives together. There has to be a lot of compromises have to be made. A lot of tolerance and patience is involved, and communication. And if you're willing to go this route, it's bound to work out. Marriage is definitely not for the faint-hearted. It's not just something you do. You just see somebody, the person proposes to you, you do heavy wedding, fanfare and everything, and then the reality on the ground is when all the fanfare and the razzmatazz is over, and you guys find yourself alone one-on-one, and nobody is minding your business anymore. You're on your own. That's where the real challenge starts.
When you meet a lady, the first thing that you must do is shine your eye well, oh, 'cause 1 + 1's not always 2. Yeah, don't get distracted, attracted to the girl's beauty, 'cause the things that really matter are more than the eye can see. Oh, oh.
To young artists coming up, I have to say this to you. Though it's true, a lot of people have made it without mentorship and without, getting close to people who have been there, done that. But you find that a lot of them are making so many needless mistakes in their career simply because they don't have anybody to guide them and tutor them. The music industry is probably the only occupation in the world where there's no mentorship. If you're a cameraman, if you're a lawyer, if you're a doctor, whatever profession you do, you find that there's always one person who's older than you in that thing, who has been doing it for a long time, who guides you. Even acting, a lot of people have a lot of people that they watch, they study, they want to be like. You find that when they first start acting, their mannerisms and the way they talk, the way they deliver their lines is like a certain person who has gone before them. Music, everybody's an island, everybody is a don. Everybody, once you make 1 million naira, nobody can talk to you. You know, ups and downs. You find yourself there one night, the next night you'll be wondering what happened. Your phone will stop ringing. The shows are not coming. Nobody wants to listen to your song. Nobody even wants to invite you anywhere again. And those are the realities of the music industry. And I know there are a lot of people in the music industry that are depressed. It's just that we Nigerians were very resilient. If not, I'm sure a lot of people have committed suicide. The entertainment industry is the most unforgiving place to be. When fans turn their back on you, when nobody wants to talk to you again, nobody wants to interview you, nobody wants to hear your music, it's the loneliest place to be. So make sure that while you are climbing up, while you are there, you have a lot of people that form anchors in your life, so that when you push the limelight away, you have people that you can hang with and make you feel good about who you are, not who you were. You know, people who don't care whether you are the number one on the charts. Make sure you have such people in your life. There are artists that even when they came out, they were so good, but maybe because of the lure of the immediate cash, a lot of people have even forgotten that they can sing because they're just chasing the next hit. But you know, the next hit is not the way to go if you want to be an artist that stands the test of time. Always having a song that's among the top 10 is the best way to go.
Hey everyone, it's your girl T.W.O Savage, aka Miss Once Upon a Time.
Hey, my name is Wande Ko. For now, make you rotate.
Zakiaze, don't touch that. Talk! Magani shege dan kusun wa haka.